YouTube family. Before I begin this news story, remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel to view relevant content. And I hope everyone is having a great day. Let's get started. On November 13th, a 26-year-old man, Delano Burks, went out bar hopping in the Houston Heights area with so-called friends. I will explain why I use this term later. He told his friends that he needed to use a restroom at the end of the night. His so-called friends had his car. Delano Burks' so-called friends stated that they searched for him at all the nearby bars, but they did not see Delano Burks leave, and his phone battery was dead. It's not reported if these so-called friends waited for Delano Burks for a significant amount of time or not. One of the venues is McIntyre's Bar near West 19th Street in Houston Heights. However, a surveillance video showed Delano Burks was escorted out of the bar. Next, he was stumbling and running across a street. He seemed to be very inebriated around 1 a.m. and there are suspicions that he may have been drugged by a bar patron. Again, he hung out at a few bars that night. Mysteriously, Delano Burks was missing for 2 whole weeks. Promptly, his mother, Karen Jeffley, and several family members were pleading with the public to provide information. His relatives posted flyers with his photos and their contact information, and there was an extended search for him. Unfortunately, on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, tugboat employees discovered his body floating in the Port of Houston. This area is about 15 miles from where the bar is located in the Heights. YouTube family. Whenever I have gone out with my family or friends, we always hold each other accountable. My questions are, I'm so curious, when you go out to socialize with your friends or family, do you have a verbal chat or an understanding that you leave together? Do you check to make sure that you communicate and keep an eye out on them while inside an establishment, especially when meeting new people? If you or a friend or family members leave early, do you all make sure that you text or call one another when you reach home? Well, I definitely have always been cautious and made these common practice. I really hope you do the same. Why did Delano Burks' friends have his car and leave without him? Genuine friends must hold each other accountable, especially when they had a vehicle. These are frenemies, in my opinion. And how did his body end up 15 miles from where he was originally? He was a former football player, so someone must have kidnapped him by car. I'm interested to learn about Delano Burks' autopsy report, which should be publicized in another week or so. I'm curious to know how much alcohol or any other substances were found in his system. Whoever was near him inside all of the bars while he was drinking should be investigated thoroughly. And of course, anyone's license plate and phone pinging in that location leading to the port as well. This is truly another awful case, and my condolences goes to the Delano Burke's mother, Karen Jeffley, his loved ones, and anyone who knew him. And if anyone knows details about Delano Burke's disappearance or passing, authorities are offering a $5,000 reward through Crime Stoppers. Another missing person was found, passed away. It was a 33-year-old male, Nicholas Buckhuber, on Sunday afternoon. This husband and father told his wife that he was getting his car emissions tested in their southwest Atlanta, Georgia hometown. In the evening, Nicholas Buckhuber texted his wife saying that he was stuck in traffic and he was on his way home. And 2 hours later, she realized that her husband did not arrive. Mysteriously, Nicholas Buckhuber was missing, and on Tuesday morning, his body was found. According to his wife, they were elated, especially because they have a 1-year-old toddler and another child on the way. Atlanta police are still investigating this case. Plus, they are waiting to learn details from the medical examiner's office to determine his official cause of death. Again, my condolences for Nicholas Buckhuber's wife, friends, and family. This is another bizarre case. Nicholas Buckhuber's wife stated that they were having a hard time coping with a recent passing of her sister. So they had that stress. But they both seem to be very excited about their soon-to-be second child. YouTube family, how does someone, especially an adult, leave to go on an errand and never return home, only to be found deceased? Again, I'm curious to know more background information about this case too. Now, there are many ways to avoid getting kidnapped, and it is important to be aware of the risk and how to protect yourself. I'm just going to name a few. And all of you should practice this. The first step is to be alert in all of your surroundings. Be aware of who is around you at all times. When you are alone, try to stay in well-lit areas and avoid walking in dark alleyways, industrial areas, or deserted streets. It is also essential to let someone know where you're going before you leave so they can check up on you if needed. When traveling in your city or outside of your city, do some research beforehand about the area that are safe to visit and others that should be avoided. When possible, travel with someone instead of venturing out on your own. Be cautious when accepting rides from strangers and only use reputable taxi services or car services. It is also important not to take unnecessary risks. For example, don't put yourself in situations where there is potential for violence or crime, such as flashing large amounts of money in public or even jewelry. If you go out for a drink, cover it up with a napkin or even your hand, even when your glass is right next to you. This prevents anyone from spiking it. putting anything in it. Also, don't leave your food or drink unattended, ever. Finally, YouTube family, what do you think happened to these men to cause their demise? This is so baffling. Please leave your comments below, and remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million, and stay safe out there.